Hello, Reshaper. In today's stream, I want to share with you why our traditional education system is made to make us broke. Yes, in a previous video, I have talked about that 89% of the whole worldwide people, of the whole worldwide population is actually poor, is poverty. Now, if you haven't watched this video, just a small excursus to it. Basically, if you don't have 1K and if you don't earn 10K a month, you're broke. Okay? If you don't do it, you're broke. Same as me. Okay? Awesome. And why I'm eligible to telling you, because I'm currently learning from one of my mentors who is actually in Forbes, who isn't broke at all, who has millions. So, I'm eligible. Now, without further ado, let's jump in. Now, I have told you before that, like, really, 89% of the whole population is broke. And most people, and basically this kind of number of 89% is not just to one industry, but to all industries. So chances are, when you're watching one influencer right now, and you say, hey man, he's portraying to be really cool and really rich, chances are this is freaking broke. They're just portraying it, and how he's doing it or she's doing it, basically he's just going into depths, into making some good shots, or to having a trip to I know LA, like Ibiza or something like that. You know, some of this fancy stuff, like I don't know, like Saint-Tropez or something like that, or Dubai is also really powerful. Some people just buy a ticket to go to Dubai, and being like 5-6 months in depth, to just shot a video saying, hey, look how successful I am. And showing, you know, the Dubai thing, because it's currently really powerful, but in real, those people are just broken as shit. Because they are making it just up. Most people, most influencers are actually making their being rich, their wealth up. They are not what they're portraying, okay? 89% of all influencers, of people worldwide in every freaking industry are broke. Okay, so just 11% of those that you're watching, that you're looking for, that you're going out for, oh man, he looks so cool, he might be just freaking broke. I mean, not people like Gary Vee, who was like, you have really millions of followers who have, like, if you see the net worth, several millions of USD, several hundred millions USD, or even some billions of USD, you can see that those people aren't broke at all. And if you watch like the Forex list, right? However, many of them are. And I don't want to go really that deep inside of this one thing, but basically, don't believe anyone. And also people like, you know, like hundreds of people approaching me close to every single day just to joining myself Bitcoin, to investing in Bitcoin and Forex, doing these trades and stuff like that. And I'm just feeling, and after I've learned this one thing, I know that those people are freaking broke. People who are approaching you cold, they are broke. Just tell them, freaking, you are broke, man. This is why you haven't approached me. Because you don't have money. You want to get some money from me, don't you? Right? And when you want to use maybe some Ponzi schemes, right? To get even more money from me. I know that why it works. Get out of my face. And there are many of those people, I can tell you. There are many of those people who just want to get for your money because they're freaking broke. Most people who are approaching you cold, they are freaking broke, because rich people will never freaking approach you cold. Rich people are never approaching you cold. They do never cold approaches. They might have some Facebook ads. They might have some other ads. But before you get to the rich people, you have to go to a freaking funnel, and then you have to wait for several months till you get to them, right? So don't approach you cold. Those people who approach you cold are not freaking rich. They are broke. Just tell me in the eyes, man. I know why you have approached me, because you're freaking broke. No, I'm not broke. Okay. Have you more than 10? Do you do for the last two years more than 10K a month? No, you're broke. Because 10K is the minimum that you want to have if you want to go to the middle. You know, if you want to go to the middle. If you under 10K, you are broke. Okay? Now, when you have accepted it, let's go wider. Let's move on. Because this is what the richest think, right? And the richest make people, I mean, they are rich and they are getting even richer because they know how it works. And the fault of riches is people who are under 10K, they are freaking broke. Okay? So accept that you're broke. Accept it. Accept it and let it go. Just let it go. Because you are broke. Same as mine. Okay? Awesome. Now, let's go to the where actually this all started. Why people are broke in the first place? Well, let's go to the year of Industrial Revolution. You know, our Industrial Revolution is really big in your books of history right back in the school days. Industrial Revolution. Where the world started off building machines and stuff like that and all the machineries. And there was something happen. The big 500 companies or entrepreneurs on the time, including people like, you name them, people like Ford or Carnegie, right? I mean, they were there. And they're sitting there. And they're thinking of, hey, we need a system. Dude, we need a system. We need a freaking system. What kind of system? You might ask yourself. They're getting together because back then they were just farmers. We had just farmers. We have nothing there. We have just freaking farmers. Just farmers there. People like just farmers there, just farming around, right? There were no people. There are actually not really big enterprises where people work in. So they were really struggling to getting more workers, qualified workers, to work on the new machines that you have built. Especially the big steel industries and stuff like that. And what happened is they got together with the world's government, which was like UK, US, you name it. And they figured out one thing. We need a system to have an unlimited supply of workforce. Because we have currently workers shortage, we need an unlimited supply of it. We need workforce, qualified workforce, that can actually use the machines, that can operate with the machines. And they figured it out. They put up 5 criteria. How many criteria? 5. Maybe more, but the 5 are really known. So the first criteria that is there is basically we need qualified workers. Infinite qualified workforce that can handle those devices. Okay? First thing. Now, the second one is we have to make, now it's going a little bit more psychological. We need to make the workforce be just comfortable to not quit. Because the last thing that every entrepreneur wants to have, especially when they have a big enterprise, that everyone just quit. Nobody wants it. Because they get just bankrupt from one day to another. Okay? So they have to adjust the workplace so nobody really quits. Now the third one is, we have to brainwash the whole society. From now on, we have to brainwash the whole society that everyone who gets this in this system is good. And who not, he is a loser, he is a failure, and stuff like that. And those people who are telling those things to others, they're thinking they're doing for justice because everyone is this system, where everyone is the workforce. And if someone not, you say, okay, you're a loser, you're a failure, and they're doing for justice. So the ego will rise. Okay? And some people who are not that strong mentally, they will maybe commit suicide, or those people, who are not working, who are unemployed, or maybe they will go back to the workforce even they don't want to, against their own will, because they're forced by others. And you know, it works really good if 100 people are hating you and trying to make you something, and trying to convince you something, trying to make you something that you don't want to do. It will happen sometimes. It will happen sometimes. Because sometimes you just, okay, I try it out, and then you in. And you cannot go it out. Now, this was the third thing. The fourth thing is, every other education system has to be seen as dumb, has to be seen as a scam by everyone. Again, a massive brainwashery of the whole society, of the whole world society. Massive brainwashery. And the fifth one, last one, true education about money is taboo. Nobody has to know it. We have the 500 fortune, nobody has to know it more. We keep it where they are. Okay? Now, let me tell you one thing. That with the system, we have a complete journey there. A journey for the workforce. The workforce get born, right? The system of the education system was born because the workforce then, they get born. They are enrolling the first system, which is compulsory, right? Which is compulsory. You go to the freaking kindergarten or nursery school. Then you enter what? Your junior high, your middle school, your high school, right? And if you want to have more sophisticated rates of your ego in the first place, and also have more of this, have a better reputation in society because you're in higher, because you're more educated, okay? You can get to the college, you can have your PhD, you can have all those things, right? And of course, additionally, if you finished all that bullshit, you get in debt. Congrats, you get in debt. And if you have even the mindset, I don't want to join the workforce, the freaking debts, especially in USA, you have like 200k debts. Even more sometimes, like, or 400k debts. Well, your debt will force you to pay them back and join the workforce. And it takes you years, even sometimes decades, like 2 decades, like 20 years to pay it back. And when you paid it back, what will happen? You're already there, you're already brainwashed, and you don't quit. Because you're already there with all this other brainwashed people. You're already there. And everyone has, of course, what? Yes, a victim mindset. Everyone has a victim mindset. Everyone's complaining, blaming, justifying, was searching for excuses, but nobody quits. And everyone is there, and you with them. Even you wanted to quit 20 years before, you couldn't because you have to pay off your own debts. And now you're in. Congrats. And this is exactly what's happened. And this is exactly what's happening till now. The system was invented like 200 years ago, but it's still there. Just imagine, it's still there. It's still there. It's still freaking there. And when people say, okay, I have my PhD, cool, I have then my really high rank, boom, I will earn more money, bullshit. Just ask a freaking professor in a university. Does she earn more than 10k a month? I believe most say not. And if yes, cool with them. But see on their own account, because most of them might be freaking in debt. Because they have a freaking Ferrari there just to show off. So many people just want to show off. Okay, I have my Gucci here, Gucci gang and stuff like that. Are you really that rich, man? No. You have just paid this freaking Gucci jacket to be 6 months in depth. Just to show off to someone you even don't like, you even hate. Okay? Rich people do not need, true rich people do not really need to show anything off. They're rich, I know it. They don't have to show it anyone. They don't have to find anyone. People find them. This is the difference. They don't hunt anyone. They're not hunters. They're freaking farmers. Okay? So from now on, and I know, just listening to this, you might know, but you know, there's some people who had made it, like Elon Musk. Yeah, he had made it. He had made it because he was of them. He's just not having this bullshit education that you learn at school and college. But he had also some money education. Some true money education. Not this bullshit money education that you learn at college. Because most of them, you just get there to operate these machines. But can you take the skill that you get at this university? Okay, you get to one of those enterprises, and then from the one enterprise you quit the enterprise and takes the same skill and apply it to a totally other industry. Another industry, you cannot. You have to relearn these things. This is a big problem. This is a huge problem. So every time from now, if everyone tried to do any business advices, any financial advices, ask them their account. If they don't want to, okay, you're freaking broke, you can go home. I don't need you here. But you know, you can invest here, you can invest here. Bullshit, go home, you're freaking broke, man. If you wouldn't be broke, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't cold approach myself in the first place. Because you're all freaking broke, you haven't approached me. Because you're freaking needy. But you know, I have here, look at my account, I got here 10K. Okay, cool, you got 10K because of freaking what? Freaking Ponzi scheme, man, you were in. It's just 1 month. Show me the same results about 2 years in a row. You can't? Go home. Simple as that, guys. Now you have the measurement, 10K. If someone don't have 10K for 2 years in a row, every single month, just say, get the fuck out of here, man. You're just telling bullshit. I don't want to have your freaking broke lifestyle. You don't want to have it. You don't want to have a broke lifestyle if you're already broke, man. Don't you? Okay, you get maybe a bit less broke, but still broke, man. It's still broke. It's still a wrong approach. You don't want to have it. So from now on, if anyone approaches you with any financial advices, ask them their account. Ask them to show their account above 2 years. If they had more than 10K in the account, okay, you can believe them. If not, just send them home. And if they say you are not worth to do it, let's say, okay, you are not worth to do it either because you're freaking broke, man. If not, show me the opposite. How? You show me your account for the last 2 years. If you have less than 10K every single month coming in, you're broke. Now you have the numbers, guys. If you're interested in those numbers, you can just send all this bullshit that is approaching you every single day. Just go home. Just say, hey, just go from me. Get out of my way, bitch. Like, you can just do it. Pretty easy. Everyone can do it. I wasn't concerned about it till I have learned from my master. From my mentor. But now I know it. I know how people are playing this game. Now I know what to do to get there. It is not that everyone is talking about, yeah, man, you have to hustle. I am hustle. Yeah, man, you have to hustle, but it's not that hustle that everyone is preaching of. You can hustling your ass off, but you get broke, man. Because your mind is broke. I've told you in the last video what kind of mind you should have to get rid of this broken mind, man. If you don't get it so far, you can buy as many courses as you want. You can buy as many mentors as you want. You can buy as many books as you want. If you don't get there, if you don't understand it deep inside of you, to the core, nobody can help you. Nobody can help you. No Tony Robbins. No Richard Branson. Nobody can help you. I'm afraid. Because this is actually the basic. But I'm telling you. So you can filter all the bullshit that's approaching every single day. You just don't need it. You don't need bullshit. Okay? Awesome. Reshaper, I hope you have an awesome day. Comment, comments, books, phenomenal, number finger, pixel, fun. As always, do not let yourself super now. See you maybe tomorrow. Šta si du? Okay, fahren wir da. 20. Können wir beides? Die Dorf. Так. Все, иду извиняюсь.